So welcome back, viewers. We have here the final between Daniel Fahrni and also against Pablo Rossi. Both players are players from Bern, from the Modern League here in Bern, that will take place every Wednesday, and we will see who of them will win the two buys for the Swiss Magic Masters that take place on the 19th and the 20th of October here in Bern. So of course we're setting up everything that you can enjoy this final between these two contenders. So we have Pablo Rossi on 5-color humans on the right side, and we have on the left side Esper Control, piloted by Daniel Fahrni. So this will be, I hope, a really interesting match between these two players that know each other very well. They know what are the weaknesses, they know what the other deck does, they know what their own deck does. So this is the final of this event here, and I hope you are hyped as well. As you can hear, I am, of course. So shuffling, and let's go. There's also Golden Easter Bunny on top of the screen, wishing some luck to whom it may serve. So let's see who will start. Pablo Rossi was on place 4, entering the top 8. Daniel Fahrni on place 7. So let's see. Aggressive humans versus the control by Esper. So both players started with 7 cards in hand. We hope no mulligan on both sides. We hope for a nice match, and we are looking for the first card. That seems like a keep. Thank you for showing to us. And there's the start with Evil by Pablo Rossi. Oh, what a start for the humans deck against control. Evil is such a good card against control. And there's Celestial Colonnade, box topper for Daniel Fahrni, slowing down things. I think there's another Cavern of Souls in the hand here for Pablo Rossi, which could be a very crucial card in this match. And for 2 mana, wow! Thalia, Guardian of Throbbing, so the hate is real coming from the human deck. So Flooded Strand for Daniel. And he passed the turn. Wow! End of turn, Evil Wild. A Noble Hierarch. So Evil Wild goes to 2, draw for turn. And what will be the next play? He can play some for 3 mana if he finds a land up to 4. And he has Evil Wild open to play, for example, for some soul of Thalia's Lieutenant and so on. So he's really pressuring now, and there's coming Kaitsei Freebooter, not from Evil Wild. So he really, I guess he has some Thalia's Lieutenant in hand that he really wants to land here in this match, maybe. Will there be counter magic from our Esper Control pilot? Fetch, of course. There could be another Logic Knot. Fetch Shock, so all the colors resemble it. But even Logic Knots cannot help in this position because there is mana open from but you just can't use it for creature spells. Fatal Push on Thalia, and now revealing the hand. So I see Cryptic Commands, there is Logic Knot, Lingering Souls I guess, 2 lanes, and another golden card which could be Supreme Verdict promo, if I'm right. So what will be the pick here? Could be Supreme Verdict as well, could also be Cryptic Command, but there is so much way to go for Cryptic Command. And have a look, Adrian, at this hand. Pablo played a Kite Save Rebooter, and there is the hand from Daniel Fahrni, which is full of non-creature spells.
Yep, that's difficult.
I guess the second one, Esper Control won. Yes, it won before the semi-final.
So now in the finals, take the verdict and hope that Daniel doesn't draw another removal. It's gonna be difficult because you have Lingering Souls to go through. Yeah, and then Meddling Mage is a good answer to that.
Oh, I see. There's a Meddling Mage, and there's a Thalia's Lieutenant hitting the battlefield, making everything bigger.
So yeah, Pablo just went all in. Now Daniel has a couple of turns to find answers to this board. If he can remove the Freebooter and Verdicts, would be good for him.
So he finds land number 3. It's just the third turn.
And now he has to dodge. I would make Pablo discard. Maybe I'm not sure. I think he wants to draw with Esper Charmed. It's
and there is a full swing. Ooh, that's a lot of damage coming here from Pablo Rossi to
Daniel at 10.
Dan.
Probably 2 more turns, maybe a bit more with Cryptic Command to tap the Pablo's team.
And there's Esper Charm, digging for some cards.
Yeah, some removal somehow. Oh, I think he just drew a second Lingering Souls. That's bad. And the Vial on 2 is really problematic because if Daniel bounces the Kite Save Rebooter, Pablo can just Vial it back in to take the Supreme Verdict again.
This is making the cards so good, this Evil Vial.
Yes. You see the little trophy, the little Osterhase for the winner. But yeah, back to the game. Daniel also has color problems because he needs a double white for Supreme Verdict. And he doesn't have it yet.
There's really checking the counters. There's so much pressure on the board.
They're just counting the damage. And I think he knows that if Pablo draws another Thalia Lieutenant, a Phantasmal Image or a Mantis Rider, it's almost over. Now in Danny's seat, you have to think about percentages. You know you have a really small chance to win, but you have to maximize this chance and to really find the way to have as many draws as possible to find a solution.
So he goes in for 3, looks like a Lingering. Oh, he's shooting a land, trying to find another basic.
It's just to fix the color. Have a second white to be able to verdict if he draws it. He only has one left. Yeah, exactly. Here you see the planes. Yeah, Daniel is really in a bad spot right now. He doesn't play Terminus, so he cannot have a lucky draw.
So looks like, oh, a spell bomb.
Yeah, the spellbomb does nothing. And here you see the problem
Just draws him a card.
with the deck, because you play spellbomb against Phoenix because you wanted to be able to remove the graveyard. But in other
Exactly.
matchups, for example in this one against humans, it does nothing, just costs 2 mana to draw a card.
Ooh, I guess there was another freebooter from the top
Oh, that's, yeah, I think
of
that's
Pablo's library.
gonna be
The
game over.
Mantis
Yeah,
Rider hitting the battlefield. Oh,
I think that's game over. I mean, that's
this
lethal.
should be game.
Yeah, that's game
This
for
is
this
game.
one. And we go on to game
Wow.
2.
Wow, the aggressive play from the humans deck, that was too much for the Esper control deck. So, well, basically he didn't find the real answer as well, such as push path and so on. Found lingering souls, not really happy with that.
Yeah, a game without pass and fatal push is really difficult for Daniel to win. Yeah, in the sideboard he doesn't have really that much. He just has one Celestial Approach. Usually Esper plays 2. It's so yeah, only one of those. A Timely Reinforcement, and maybe a Dillian click because he has nothing else. But his yeah, his sideboard is not prepared for this matchup.
Definitely. Well, he has two Supreme Verdict main, but these are very hard to play with the Meddling Mage. Two Fatal Push. Well, there's 4 Path to Exile. There are many removals, one Collective main, but yeah, from the sideboard, I think there's really not that much that can help here. Maybe some
I think
timely reinforcements can get some time, but it's not the win.
yeah, I think Daniel will just remove his Nihil spell bombs. They do almost nothing. The logic knots are also quite bad. Putting a couple of removals more in the deck. And yeah, just hoping to draw more of them. Because if you can chain a Fatal Push with a Snapcaster Mage and the second push, that's quite big against human. We don't have Pablo's deck list. I'm just gonna fetch it.
So there will be more sideboarding here in the final. First game goes to Pablo Rossi with his 5-color humans, and we are waiting for the preparation or for the prepared decks for the second round. And we're looking, it's start for the Esper Control pilot Daniel Fahrni against the human, and we will see who will win. So what do we have in the sideboard from Pablo and the
Yeah, so
humans?
Pablo has a couple of small upgrades. I think he prefers he has 3 Deputy of Detentions. I think they might come in against either the Planeswalkers or the Lingering Souls tokens, because with Deputy of Detention you can remove all of them at once. They're definitely better than Reflector Mage. Then he also has 2 Sin Collectors. Those are very good and
very
coming
sweet
in.
against control.
And at last 2 Militia Burglars. Those are really good against pot removals because you play a human, you get a second one for free. And
What do you think about Chalice of the Void in this matchup?
no, I don't think he's gonna play it. I think Chalice is really more against Phoenix. But Daniel has too few 1-drops to really be effective in this matchup for Chalice to be effective.
I see.
So yeah, let's let them sideboard. And yeah, Reto, how was your day commenting? Did you like this experience?
Thank you for asking. Well, it's very exhausting as well, of course, but I really love it. Well, actually, it was a really nice experience. Really hope to do this again for the next event that we have, and it's a lot of fun. Also with Fabian and also with you talking to the matches. And what about your experience?
It's a bit strange to be talking in a microphone and in a small room like cut from the outside world. But yeah, it's no, it's funny to be able to do that. And yeah, I hope to get the chance some in the future as well.
Yeah, but I
And
really have to do. You also did an amazing job here with the organization of this tournament, which not would have been made possible without your help. And you did such a great catering as well. You supported us. You supported us here. You were like everywhere in this room today, and a
I
big
tried, I
and
tried.
warm thank you to you
It's
for being here.
it's more the Aarburger Magic Verein that's behind that, and there are a couple of good cool guys from Bern, and just trying to organize magic tournaments in Bern in Switzerland, and yeah, to have the opportunity to play more Magic. And, that's the game we all love, and that's yeah, that's that's the idea behind. Um, so both players almost ready to start the second game.
So let's see if there will be a 0-2 or a 1-2 in the end. So, still Riffle shuffling the sweet cards. And the dices are set up. So, now we should be ready with starting with Daniel Fahrni, just waiting for the first seven cards to put in the hand and then see if there is some mulligan action here in this final of the Swiss Magic Masters Modern Trial here in Bern. So this is the hand of Pablo Rossi, so Thalia.
A bit slower, but really answers to a lot of problems. So he has a Deputy of Detention against Lignorid
Oh,
Souls.
he found it already.
Yeah, he has a Talia to make everything more expensive on Danny's side.
Oh, wow.
But he didn't keep it. He really wanted the one drop. I can understand it. He's on the draw. He needs to pressure in the early turns. So I understand the mulligan here, trying to get a better hand.
Definitely makes
So,
sense.
so Daniel kept. What does he have in hand? Cannot quite see it.
So Daniel, he's for a keep. Maybe he has the answers now. Some spot removal or also some board wipes.
Yeah, and being on the play also makes a difference. You have more time to answer.
I see.
So at least one pass to exile in Daniel's hand, a push.
So this is a keep
It's
from Pablo. Card on top. And here we go. Polluted Delta from Daniel Fahrni and Seachrome Coast with Edelweiss from Pablo. What a play here.
actually
Again.
really a fast start. Big tempo win for him, for Pablo.
Wow, it's such a good card against control. Is there an answer from Daniel here? Fetching.
If Daniel is really afraid of Aether Vial, he can board in Stony Silence, but I don't like it very much.
Is it worth it just for the Edelweiss?
I mean, Aether Vial is that strong, but it's a huge cost to have a card that does nothing.
Oh,
But
there it
he
is.
has it. He has it.
That's what we talked about.
In those
Wow.
situations, it's amazing.
Now it's great.
It's really amazing. And
You really can slow down the deck.
Horizon
Here's
Canopy.
Thalia.
Talia.
Wow, what we talked about it, and there it comes on the right time for Daniel Fahrni.
So now with Talia in play, Daniel will just kill it probably.
So there's shock for Daniel.
Taking two. Yeah, I don't know why he's taking 2 damage. I cannot see his hand very well.
I mean, Stony Silence always has been such a good card against Affinity and so on. Did you see any Affinity today?
No, not at all. I talked with
Yeah, it's always an event all-star Affinity, and there was no one else in the feature match area. So very interesting. Oh, there's some power on the top.
a Mantis Rider from Pablo and attack for 5.
Swing for 5.
What will Daniel play for 3? Ah, Vendilion
Oh,
Click.
and
Okay,
dealing
yeah,
click.
I understand this play. Just having a
2
look at
lands.
the hands. Here you see the Deputy of Detention is less good. Because no tokens on Daniel's side. No Planeswalker yet. But he still takes it. And a third of Pablo's deck are lands, so he thinks that the 2/3 of the card are better, are worse than the Deputy of Detention.
So in dealing click worked as some sort of removal with upside here in this
Exactly,
situation.
just blocking the Mantis Rider and trading. Oh, Daniel not finding a fourth land. But still not terrible. He's still in a good spot. I saw a Supreme Verdict in hand.
There's a land. Oh, cracking.
Yeah, quacking the land from Pablo, that's a normal play. Oh, Castle Freebooter.
Freebooter.
You see here the pressure is really small from Pablo. He deals 2 to 3 a turn. That's really not a lot. Now he has only 1 damage per turn. It's almost nothing. Oh, 2 verdicts, Cryptic Command, and Engineered Explosives.
Wow, what a hand against the creature deck.
He took Engineered Explosives. I'm not sure about this choice. Because Engineered Explosives doesn't have any good targets right now. And especially it's blocked by Stony Silence as well.
Oh, definitely right. What do you think about taking out 1 Supreme Verdict in this situation with the freebooter? So when he uses the second one.
Yeah, or when he has the Phantasmal Image, just like he drew, he could have taken the second one as well.
So 4 mana for our 5-color human player. Here's Phantasmal Image.
If Daniel can remove the freebooter in response, it's gonna be bad for Daniel. But yeah, now you see the problem for Pablo. If he takes 1 Supreme Verdict, the other is still in hand, and if Daniel draws a land, he wipes the whole board. Daniel thinking about something, so
Steal some
he
action.
must have something. I mean, if it was a removal, he should just have removed the freebooter in response to the Phantasmal Image to have the Phantasmal Image enter the battlefield as a 0/0.
He paths the Phantasmal.
What? That was strange. And Pablo choosing not to search for a basic.
Looks like.
I don't get that. He has 2 basics in his deck.
1 island.
Maybe the 2 are in his hand. I didn't. So.
Ooh, there's Collective Brutality. Gets back his Engineered Explosives. So this is no cards in hand. Oh, there are 2 cards in hand from our mono 5-color humans player, and some cards in hand for Daniel.
Yeah, but
Fahrni.
Pablo drew just a whole lot of lands. That's bad for him.
There's another cavern.
Yeah, so at least 1 basic in hand, maybe the other one as well. But still no lands for Daniel. But eventually Daniel is gonna find lands and it's gonna be game over.
Yeah, and Pablo found a Phantasmal Image, which is not that good with a board, with a clean board.
That's the
Ooh,
land for Daniel, and
there's
the
the
next couple
slash
of turns it
card.
should be it. Oh, Talia
Talia here.
makes things a bit slower.
Still no fodder for a phantasmal image. There's
Third
search.
was Kanta, just to make sure Daniel draws lands. I mean, he's at 14, he can take some damage. It's not a huge deal. Whoa,
Oh,
two
another
phantasmal images.
phantasmal image from the top for
Uh,
Pablo.
Pablo is really drawing the worst part of his
Oh,
deck now right now. Lands and phantasmal images with an empty board.
oh, the fairy in the grave.
Yes,
He's searching for a land.
Daniel wants a land, and he found one. The question is now, do you verdict just to remove the Talia?
Hmm.
Decided not to. Whoa, and Pablo drew a
No.
Talia and just conceded.
Oh wow, what
Oh,
bad draws for Pablo.
yeah, that was really,
Oh,
really
and
bad.
this in the final after such a good first game. But this is game for Daniel, so everything is stays very interesting. So we have 1-1 here. The current play in the final of the Swiss Magic Master Modern Trial.
Yeah,
So
let's hope Pablo draws better for the last game because yeah, I don't think he had many other dead draws in his deck left.
yeah, this was
He
really, I mean, this
really,
was really awkward. There
yeah,
could be some other E4 vials, but I think just another creature
yeah,
than Phantasmal Image of Fahrni, which is so awkward to have
yeah,
in the top deck mode
yeah.
when you were the pressuring one.
So yeah, we see Daniel grabbing his sideboard, maybe to change. I saw he maybe wants to switch a couple of chases, thinking about Lingering Souls as well, but they should stay in. They're good. Um, yeah, I'm still not sold on Stony Silence. For example, in this game, okay, it shut down the Aether Vial, but uh, if Pablo had an active Aether Vial, it wouldn't have made any difference. So yeah, it was not a big game changer this game.
Yeah, well, maybe he could have had some more action at the beginning with his Phantasmal Images, but it came on the right time. It came
Yeah,
from the
yeah, yeah,
top.
of
It
course.
was, but ah, I'm also not very happy with this choice of bringing in. But maybe we have to ask Pablo afterwards, and then we'll see.
Just saw Daniel bring two opts in. I don't know what he took out for that.
So dice is already. We are ready. I hope you are ready too for the last game
Yeah, this
here.
is the last game of today.
The last game of today.
Of this quite long day. I mean, we've been streaming for the last almost 9.5 hours. That's not bad.
Yeah, it was definitely a long day, but an amazing day with so many viewers here on the Twitch stream. That was is very great, and we like to have you with us. And we hope you will also join us as well the next time when there will be more action. So, but now we are starting. There's a mulligan for
Mulligan from
Pablo
Pablo.
here.
And I saw Daniel a very land heavy hand and one verdict, I believe. I'm not sure, but if those were 6 lands and a verdict, that
Ooh,
might have been too weak. No, he has some other business spells.
this can be risky as well.
No, he has some other business, but I couldn't see it. But yeah, Pablo mulliganing again.
So let's see if we'll find more action with just 6 cards. Here he goes, this Mantis Rider. Land.
He has a couple of lands, and I mean
Land.
6.
Oh,
No?
wow!
He's.
He really has to mulligan to 5 here in the final.
I think
That's brutal.
I think this hand was quite slow as well again, and so that's why he chose to mulligan. But Yeah, I'm not sure about this choice because he's on the play, so he has more tempo for a mid. And going down to 5 against a control player is really bad because if he has a couple of spot removals, you have nothing left in your hand and you just lose the game.
What do you think about winning here against Esper Control with just five, with just four? Wow,
Whoa.
there is another mulligan going down to 4. Oh my god, this will be highly interesting. What do you think about the
Nah, I think
chances
it's
now with 4 cards?
sadly it's already over. We wished for a very
Oh,
nice
what
last
a
game,
bad
but
luck for Pablo here.
it's gonna be over in not
Oh my
fast
god.
because the control player needs some turns to win. Like,
Is there lands? There was one on top bottom.
I have very little hope for Pablo,
Wow.
sadly.
No.
Yeah, I hope they're gonna introduce this London mulligan to be able to see more cards on your sideboard, when you mulligan, sorry, and that would be a nice improvement to Magic overall. So like, some people say combo decks are gonna be crazy, but
Yeah,
you
I'm one of these.
really? Nah, I'm not sure about
I'm not
it.
that sure if it's a good idea to bring in this mulligan rule.
I mean, you're also gonna have more chances to draw your answer cards. Like the two big answers in modern are the two ley lines, the black and the white ley lines. You're gonna see them more often, and that's gonna be harder for the combo decks to.
Well, we will see next week at the Mythic
Yes,
Championship in London.
exactly, exactly. Now I'm looking forward to see what
Finds his second
brings.
land. And
Yeah, Pablo has a nice
he
draw.
draws Thalia.
Yeah, it's a nice draw of him.
Is there a counter from Daniel, or maybe a
No,
removal?
normally he doesn't have any counters left in his deck because
Oh,
they're
he
bad.
took no.
Yeah, they're bad post board.
Makes sense. So there is a swing for 2 by Pablo with his champion of the parish, already grown up.
It was really one of the better 4 card hands for Pablo, having a 1 mana spell and then a 2 mana spell. But right now, Daniel's gonna probably push or pass to exile the Talia. I mean, when you look at this board, and if Daniel only has like a Snapcaster and so a push right now and then Snapcaster push,
Then it
that's
will be quite difficult for Pablo.
that's too much value.
There is path.
Pass is a bit better for Pablo. He has a and Horizon Canopy he can sack in the next turns to draw a card. I mean, we have a little game. It's
Yeah,
Daniel.
with just mulligan to 4, he found 2 lands, he found 2 reasonable threats. I think that was, well, with
Yeah,
4 cards, I think it's the best that he could make.
That he could expect.
2
And
meddling mages in hand.
if he's lucky
If he
naming the
can
right
land.
cards, it could change something.
Oh,
Oh, Esper
wow,
Charm.
this
This
is
got
a
to.
game changer,
Yeah,
I
this
guess.
is
Oh, wow.
mulligan to 2 almost.
This is huge. And I
he-
guess this was a land from...
And what do you? Pablo
No?
decides to sack
Oh,
his land
and he finds
because he drew another one, and
another
now
noble hierarch triggering, attacking for free. He's
Four,
still not
four.
giving up. This is great magic here. Even if we had to mulligan to 4. I like when people fight. Here
Yes,
in
but it's gonna
Magic.
be too little,
If
too
there is
late.
a supreme verdict,
It's gonna be supreme
and
verdict
there
and game
it
over.
is.
Almost.
Let's see if he can fire off some Mantis Rider from the top.
Oh no, it's a Sin Collector. That's really good.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's still only a 5-turn clock, so.
And wow.
But yeah, you can see the Snapcaster Mage, so he can really flashback
Yeah, exactly.
something. either draw more cards or yeah, he's probably gonna draw 2 cards with Esper Charm. I'm surprised to see Esper Charm still in the deck after the sideboard. I don't think it's such a good card against humans. But maybe Daniel thinks otherwise.
So there is some action here with Creeping Tar Pit for our Esper player Daniel Fahrni. And Sin Collector is hitting. Going down to 8. 8 and 18 is the current play here.
Yeah, now as Daniel, you have an.
And an Ancient Cigarette.
Yep. You can also think about just waiting until the draw step of Pablo to make him discard the card he's drawing.
Yeah, actually. There is another.
But I think 2 new cards for you are better than 1 less card for him.
Yeah, I also think so. We can dig through his library as well.
Draw 2
and he finds 2 cards.
Daniel drawing a lot of lands. Maybe we will almost have a game. Daniel's has a couple of man lands, so he can really get aggressive.
Pressure with this beautiful box topper Celestial Colonnade.
Yeah, here Daniel could have sacked Field of Ruins to kill a land from Pablo. And he chose not to.
Wow, and he's drawing so many lands, Pablo. Here, and with his Mana Dork sitting in the final.
Daniel drew quite a bad card. He just drew Thoughtseize. I'm surprised to see it's post board in Daniel's deck.
And there again, the big hit with the Flying Celestial Colonnade coming for 4 damage.
Yeah,
and there's Thalia's Lieutenant from the top for Pablo Rossi. Can hit for 3 damage. Wow, with a mulligan to 4, his opponent is down to 6 life. What do you think about the chance of attacking here for Daniel in the next turn?
Currently he's losing the race, so he will have to block and just hope his opponent doesn't draw a Mantis Rider. It's still a close game, despite the mulligan to 4.
Very interesting here. Very interesting matchup that we have here in the final between the 2 contenders from Bern.
But it helps a lot that Daniel drew so many lands. That's
yeah,
made a difference.
Really, so much lands. Maybe there will be more action after his draw step.
But if he finds a Snapcaster, he can dress. So yeah, Daniel thinking about attacking. If I count his mana right, next turn he can attack with both creatures. Oh no, but he found a Kaya.
Wow.
Now he has a choice. Either he can remove the Noble Hierarch or gain some life.
What would you do?
Uh,
I would also remove the Noble Hierarch. I mean, basically, it's
yeah, but it represents only 1 damage. It represents only 1 damage.
Yeah. And the freebooter.
Yeah, Thoughtseize.
And 2 lands in the hand of Daniel. So this is 2 damage attack.
But Daniel still has a man land untapped, so he can block if needed. And now Kaya can grow and eat the creatures in Pablo's graveyard.
So now starting to exile and fill up the life total with Kaya. Going
Yeah, he
after
has
the
the two big blockers, the man lands. I think Daniel can even attack with one man land and then have the other block if needed.
one more land. He's going down to 7.
No, he just has really to think about, yeah, how can I lose? What if my opponent draws, for example, Mantis Rider or another Talus Lieutenant?
Oh, he shocks.
He shocks, so that's pretty aggressive.
He really wants to pressure now.
I mean, if Daniel attacks with Colonnade and Pablo top decks Mantis Rider, it could go badly for Daniel. Yeah, but
Oh,
Engineered and
there's
Explosives for 2
engineered on 2.
will probably
Wow,
seal the
what a
deal.
top deck here.
Yeah, Daniel can attack for 3, present lethal next turn. Or for 4.
There is Celestial Colonnade coming.
If I was Pablo, I would have jump blocked the Colonnade
And
because it
this
gives you
is
one more
an
turn.
evil wild from the top for Pablo.
That feels good. But yeah, I think Pablo should have jump blocked the Colonnade with his freebooter because he knew it would die anyway. And like that, he has a one more turn because now he really has to. Yeah, he has no other solution. It's game.
I already know what's the end.
Yeah, Daniel is just gonna blow up the explosives.
Attack.
Pablo doesn't have a jump blocker, and Daniel has the 2 man lands to win the game.
This is over.
So I think we almost have a champion. Daniel with his Esper control deck. Yeah, he got a bit lucky. Pablo got really unlucky in the finals.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, in the last game, Mulligan took.
Yeah,
And
that's
this
it.
is
That's
the
it.
handshake. We have our winner here
Yeah.
in the Swiss Magic Masters Modern Trial, who is Daniel Fahrni. Congratulations with
Winning
2-1 over 5-color human pilot Pablo Rossi.
Winning 2 buys for the Swiss Magic Masters in October and the little Lindhase as a Easter present.
And don't forget to register soon for the Swiss Magic Masters that will take place on the 19th and the 20th October this year in Bern as well. And stay tuned, always have a look at swissmtg.ch or come to our homepage arebogemagic.ch and you can join us. What a great magic day.
Yes, it was a really fun day. Thanks for the organization and so on. And yeah, we hope to see you all soon again for the Swiss Magic Masters or maybe another trial before that.
Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much, Adrian, for
Thank you,
everything.
Reto, for commenting this whole day.
You're welcome.
You must
I'll
have
do it
a tired
anytime.
throat now.
And don't forget to follow us wherever you can on Facebook, Twitter, and on Instagram. Thank you so much, and we will have a look at you in the next tournament.
Thank you. Bye bye. Congrats, Danny, for the win.
Congrats.